What's up, guys? Coach Ham back again with an arm day workout. So, starting off here with preacher curls, easy bar, and this I used the same weight as last time. I progressed by a few seconds, not a whole rep yet. I'm still at about 6 reps, so haven't quite gotten to the 7th rep. And then I tried something new that you'll see here when I finish this exercise. So, it's important to make sure you still try new things, even when you have a deep understanding of a topic, because that's going to make you smarter and understand more about the topic that you already think you know about, right? None of us are too smart or too wise to experiment and see what happens. So what happens here is I'm going to hit failure, and then I have that bench set up right next to me, and I'm going to go into some seated dumbbell incline curls. And I chose 15-pound dumbbells, which you'll later see that's too light for me. I should have chose 20 or probably even 25 pounds just to get a few more effective reps, not all the junk volume, The first several reps of any set are just to pre-fatigue you for those last really hard, intense reps. So I thought, okay, I only got a couple more reps, but it took me quite a while to hit failure. So I think next time, instead of doing this little superset, I'm just going to jump straight to the incline curls. Just completely ditch the preacher curls. They've been good to me, but I've been doing them about 6 months now. And I think with the easy bar, there's just a pretty big sticking point in the middle of the exercise. Whereas most people that you see online, they're doing machine preacher curls, which are completely different in that there's actually tension when your hands are all the way up by your face. But with an easy bar, your forearm is vertical and there's no tension whatsoever when you actually complete a rep. So there's less sticking point, more of a continuous tension on a machine. So I'm just going to do these. These were fire, and it's very straightforward. It's using all biceps. There's no, momentum, no swinging, just pure muscle contraction. So it was very fatiguing, and I can't wait to do this next time with just straight up 25 pounds or so and start there. I might end up jumping to 30 pretty soon. Who knows? But I'll start there and see how it goes. But ultimately, you just want to slowly get to those reps where it's a grind. That is what stimulates a muscle, is fatigue, and fatigue during something that gives it a lot of mechanical tension, right? Running is fatiguing, but it's not enough mechanical tension to grow. So you want to find something that knocks out the mechanical tension side, as well as your cardiovascular system is being recruited because you're contracting skeletal muscle, right? That's the reason anything that you think is cardio works, because you're contracting muscle. That's what exercise is. Exercise is contracting your muscles to get a physiological adaptation that increases not only your cardiovascular fitness, but your muscles' size and strength in a safe way. Moving weight from point A to point B really fast and then competing against other people and doing that's not very safe. That's risking injury. So pick a moderate weight and just perform controlled reps. You don't even have to move the weight. You can just isometrically contract your muscles and get the same stimulus. If I was on an island with nothing, or if I was in prison for life and I had to train with nothing, guess what? You can do isometric contractions to stimulate muscle growth. Say you take maybe 45 seconds to a minute per muscle group. And maybe the first 15 or 20 seconds, it's, you're only trying like 30% effort. And then the next 20 seconds, you try 60% effort. And then the last 20 seconds, you squeeze your muscles all out and deeply, deeply fatigue them until you're completely weak in those muscles. That is training them. And people forget this. During COVID, they were recommending that. Mike Israetel recommended people to train their lateral delts at their home by going up to the door frame and isometrically contracting, pressing the back of their hands against each side of the door frame, and doing that for like multiple sets. Squeezing your muscles really hard, because that would work. That's training them. There's nothing special about moving the weight in a positive direction. There's nothing special about holding an isometric contraction. And there's nothing special about lowering a weight. A lot of people say, oh, the lowering phase gets you more hypertrophy, so you better take it slow, blah, blah, blah. When the positive, the concentric, would get you just as much hypertrophy if you just slow down a bit. Keep the muscle under tension, under load. It's not that eccentric is anything special. It's not. Any muscle contraction that takes it closer to failure is a step in the right direction. That makes the exercise harder is a step in the right direction. It's not about how much exercise you do, how many times you do it over and over and over. It's about getting deep into that fatigue and that burn and holding the contraction at that point. So a lot of people are still stuck thinking that it's volume. While there's a correlation, and I will say somebody whose sets in the gym don't stimulate very much hypertrophy, if they do more of them, they probably will stimulate a little bit more hypertrophy. But at what cost? At the cost of their time, right? I'm spending 24 minutes a week training, 2 sessions, 12 minutes each. Someone else is spending 60 minutes, 5-6 days a week, or more, 90 minutes. I used to be that guy. And I think people forget that. People who train high intensity used to be that guy. They all did. They all used to do 3 sets, 8 to 12, keep 1 rep in reserve, or last set, take it to failure. We've tried all that. The only way you would even find high intensity training, though, is if you were really looking for it, as if you were still questioning what gets the best results. But a lot of people with good genetics, they're not questioning that. They can just go in the gym and do what they think is okay, and they come out with good results. So if that's you, more power to you. But that is certainly not me. And there's a huge audience of people that will not get great results by marathon style training, which is basically moderate intensity training. No one wants to say, I'm a moderate intensity trainer. I exercise with moderate intensity. Yay. I exercise with low intensity. That's awesome. No, that's not exercise. Exercise has to challenge you. So it has to be at a high intensity, or else it's already something you're capable of doing. It's not threatening to your body if you can already do it, if you've already proven that it's easy to do. You have to push yourself to do the things that are very hard to do, and that's what's going to stimulate growth. So hopefully you guys took some things away from this talk. Train hard and do as little work as possible so you can save more of your body's resources for recovery.